So the solution that I had suggested to the village board at that time was to adopt an ordinance that says, no, sewer and water is not coming to everybody. Sewer and water is not even an issue we want to talk about. It's not an issue. So I suggested that we create an ordinance that gives a referendum to everybody in the rural residential part of the community. Okay? So everything west of 175, and I just used it.
Why'd you divide the community though?
I just used it as a delineator. Now listen, let me just get to the point.
Let's answer the question, okay?
The question is, why do we have a referendum?
You as you're beating around the bush.
No.
If there is a referendum, then how come the people cannot vote on it?
I'm just asking, I myself personally want the ability to vote on projects east of 175. And I'm just asking, would you support it?
Again, my opinion doesn't make any difference. I'm
Well,
just saying.
I mean,
Then
would you recommend it for?
It would depend. That's the entire reason that the ordinance was created. West of 175, there's nothing to depend on, right? Nobody at all, anywhere, wants sewer and water west of 175, here at the end.
I would think there's something that I
Wants it east of 175.
Answer the question.
Who east of 175 wants it?
So,
I'm not saying it. Answer the question for the majority.
finish the question, please. Thank you. So the answer to the question is, it depends on the proposal. I can't, what am I going to give a recommendation on? Oh, it might
So
go.
it depends on we have a vote or we don't have a vote.
No. All I'm saying, no. I'm saying, what I'm saying is sewer and water coming to east of 175? I can't answer because there's no proposal on it.
Why can't we vote on it though? Whether it does or it doesn't, why can't we say yes or no?
No, the difference between what you're talking about and what I'm talking about is you're asking to have 11,500 people, 100 of whom are here. 100 of whom are here. That's 1/10 are here. Is your question answered?
No. If I ask you to give me the right to have a referendum, would you support it?
I don't vote on it, but my recommendation would be no.
So you would not give me the right to vote?
No.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. And then you gave your reasons.
We have an ordinance.
Well, I know you have an ordinance, but we can change.
I mean, obviously, I made that recommendation already.
But not obviously, you didn't tell us that.
I made the recommendation.
You said you don't vote on it.
You asked about the recommendation. I made it to the board.
There's a lot of stuff you don't make recommendations. You sit there and well, you say, that's exactly what you said.
All right, I have my answer. You won't give me the right to vote. I know, now I know.
This table.
I have a two-part question. First one is, assuming that we have some industry that wants to come in east of 175. The question we have is, what's the process that industry has to take?
What's the process?
What's the process the industry has to take to get approval of sewer and water? And if that should happen, what is the result of the tax base for the people on west of 175? Thank you.
If an industry or commercial or whatever it is came and decided that they wanted to buy the farm fields that are along 41 right now and build here, the first thing that they would do is come to staff with a proposal. Okay? Staff would then work with them on the proposal to try to get it to a point where we thought the board would be prepared to hear it. The planning commission would be prepared to hear it. Then it would go to the planning commission, and the planning commission would likely do one of two things. Either first hear them out and say no, go back and come back to us later. And then second, or initially, have a public hearing on that proposal. Okay? So the process is designed to have this happen whenever a proposal comes. Okay? So then the second part of your question. What happens west of 175 if sewer and water comes? Is that correct?
Assuming that industry needed sewer and water.
Okay.
then
What happens west of 175?
as a result of that.
And honest to God, the answer to that question is, I don't know.
Three board members make a quorum out of 5.
Yes.
And they can make or implement sewer and water, why? Or make decisions like that.
Three. He said three board members make a quorum. If 3 board members show up to a meeting, they can make the decision themselves. I suppose that is a possibility. If you, in any committee, if you have 3 people out of 5 show up, you have the ability to have a meeting, right? So if they showed up and had that vote, I guess they could do that. It's not probable, I guess, but I suppose it could happen.
If all 5 board members are there, 3 can make this decision. Any 3, in this board or a future board.
Sure.
3 people.
You're saying all that has to happen.
To get municipal sewer and water in this community.
You're saying all that has to happen is to have a majority vote.
Yes, sir.
Next question.
Can I put up one question for a hand count? How many people here want sewer and water? Put up your hands.
As a citizen of Richfield, I want to be able to vote and decide if sewer and water is coming in anywhere. We're not trying to say it should or shouldn't come in. We just want you to have the right to vote. How many would like to be able to vote on whether or not sewer and water comes into Richfield? And this is the message that I think I've heard consistently throughout this evening. And this is the message for you, sir, to take back to the village board that we're all pissed that we no longer have that right, or we weren't given that right when that public ordinance was put in place. We're mad. We want the right to vote and decide. Go ahead and do your research. Present to us the argument that here's the right thing to do for the village and why, and then let us vote and decide. This is our village. We deserve
Do you
that
have
right.
just this 100 people?
No.
During that meeting, every board member stated, none of us want to see any sewer and water in the village of Richfield. None of us, not one person up here wants that. Why can't they put their pen where their mouth is and let us vote? Yes. That's what they all said.
Yes.